Marco, what's your last name?
Despaltro.
Despaltro, and we are broadcasting the Texas versus Canada game. This is going to be an interesting matchup here. What's your feeling, Marco, about this game?
Well, I'm a little bit bipartisan a little bit. This is my team, Team Canada playing. I'm their manager. So I just would like to see them come out and play hard. And for Texas, I mean, they run the same four guys, so it's Ironman Rugby. So you got two Class 3s, Mark Zupan, Shinichi Shimakawa, and Norm Leduc, and Scott Hogshead.
Now, talk about Texas and their strategy of playing, 2 3-pointers and then 2 1-pointers.
Basically, it's catch me if you can. So you'll take a look. They got two very good Class 1s, both on the U.S. national team. Shinichi Shimakawa on the Japanese national team, and Mark Zupan on the national team also.
Well, we're off here. Canada's got possession. All right, looks like they're going to get the first points. Now, what's Canada's main strategy going into this game?
Main strategy is they're going to, if one of their high pointers gets caught up high, then they're going to attack. If not, they're going to the key. And Shinichi lined up their big hit.
That was a sideways. Oh, man. Canada gets possession.
Mike Whitehead seems to be fired up. He lined up Shinichi and hammered him.
Now, Jason Crone, what's his strength?
Jason Crone, new kid, just started, gained a lot of experience in the past couple of months being at the Florida Project and also playing high-level rugby. But his main is speed and just his tremendous youth. And for such a youthful guy playing the sport at such a high level for such a little period of time, it's unbelievable.
My score sheet says here that he's a 1.5.
Yes, absolutely.
That guy does not look like a 1.5.
Well, he's getting better and better. But his role is mainly a picking role.
Yeah.
So this Canada's running the 3-2, 1.5, 1.5, with both 1.5s being pickers. So their job is basically to just try to shut down people, and on offense just be available for a long pass.
Now Canada's inbounding here. Whoa!
And Shimakawa on the ground.
Yeah, Shimakawa's down. Looks like Canada's still going there.
Well, if the player's not in any sort of danger, the referees will just let the play go on. So Shinichi, that was a nice controlled fall.
He's just taking a little break.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you going to do? You're on the ground, so just might as well chill out a little bit.
Now, what's your feeling about this mixture of international teams and national teams in tournaments? Is it a good thing, a bad thing?
For me personally, I always think it's a great thing because the more competition there is, the better the athletes are going to become. Because back in the day, this sport was only about Canada and the U.S. And now other countries, you're going to see at Paralympics, there's one of 7 countries that can win it all.
Wow. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. You have New Zealand, you have Sweden, Germany, Canada. You have all these different countries. I wouldn't have known that the Demolition Derby would have so many countries, but there you go.
And that's why we've got 12 teams. Because if without these import teams, we'd probably be looking at an 8-team tournament. And even you see U.S. grade teams are allowed 1 import to play with them.
All right, Canada's going around here.
Down to the last 15 seconds, 40-second score clock. It's almost done.
Yeah, they got to get in there. Oh! Couldn't get possession of that ball. All right, Texas ball.
Yeah.
So we have Norm Leiter bringing it in. Mark Zupan taking it down the court.
And you're looking at turnover game, 1 each. Texas has got a turnover, and Canada now has a turnover.
Now, it seems like Mark Zupan trying to set him up here, trying to get him to go to one side, and then he's going to try to toss it to the other side?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now you got Norm Leduc trying to block somebody out, and he's blocked Jason.
Oh, he's trying to go in there when backs it in.
So that left Mark Zupan one-on-one with a 1-5. So distinct advantage for Mark Zupan there, and he scores.
Now, does Texas try to use Mark Zupan and Shimakawa as decoys sometimes?
Not really. They're their main guys. I mean, they need them. And Norm and Scott are only there basically to get in people's way and make sure that they get their man.
Wow, Crone just went right through him, left and right. Oh, wait, that was Whitehead? See, I got number 8 and number 8 on my
Oh, number 15 is Jason Crone.
Oh, yeah,
Or no, actually for this team, number 15 is Patrice Simard. And I don't really know what Jason's number is. Yeah, writing number 12. Yeah, Jason Crone.
All right. See, I thought that Mike Whitehead was Jason Crone for a second. I had wrong information on this here.
Well, the last tournament, it was pretty much an informal tournament. They were both wearing number 8.
All right.
So it's easy to see the confusion, but
Yeah,
Jason
I
is
was
a
like,
one.
there's no way that guy's
Yeah.
a 3-point. That guy's a 1.5.
That would be tremendous for Canada.
Yeah.
Right now, Canada's got more of their speed lineup. They're going with a 3-3-1-5.5. The 2 threes are Ian Chan and Fabien Lavoie. Fabien Lavoie is recognized as probably one of the in the top 5 speed-wise, a speedster. So you're going to see some interesting races down court with both him and Shinichi Shimakawa.
So that was Fabien, they just inbounded it?
Yeah. Number 11, and look at him, drag racing down the court.
Wow.
So you got 2 of the fastest players in the world right now on the same
it was
floor.
a nice impact between Shimakawa. Oh, Shimakawa's got busted tire there. All right, guys.
Happens a few times. And as soon as when you're on offense and there's a blown tire like that, they're going to call the play dead immediately.
Boy, it seems like you have 5 or 6 blown tires a game. I mean, this is incredible.
And where everybody's looking at to gain the advantage. So right now you got different companies trying to come up with different tires. And believe it or not, it was much worse before. But right now, both Kenda and Primo came up with tires that have thicker sidewalls. So that eliminates a few flats, but you can still see that there's a bunch of flats going on, and people are trying to resolve this situation.
Well, the guys keep getting faster and faster, don't they?
Absolutely.
I mean, they keep getting, harder hits, and this game's going to a new level, it seems, every year.
Well, before, this game really took off in '95, but before then, I mean, guys were playing in their everyday chairs, basically,
Wow.
with no anti-tips. People would fall out of their chairs, not being even touched or anything like that. So now you see the quality of their chairs. It's amazing how in the span of like 10, 12 years, they've become so good.
Wow, he didn't pass it to Fabien. Oh, another one. Wow. Shimakawa going to replace another tire.
So Big Daddy, the Texas equipment manager, is going to be pretty busy here.
Now, is Canada targeting his tires?
Absolutely not. It's just
Oh, yeah, right.
they'd never do such a thing.
Oh, of course not. Now, with the low pointer chairs, I mean, I see they have, the little picking mechanism in the front. Does that contribute to a lot more pop tires?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Because basically it's either a side hit or a frontal hit that's going to result in that tire exploding.
Now, what happened here?
Just equipment.
All right.
Norm Leduc was caught on number 1 for Canada's bumper, Daniel Peretti.
So Crone's gonna.
Pardon?
All right. So Crone's gonna be inbound. No, wait. No. I can't see who's inbounding there. Well, that was Ian Chan
Yeah.
to Fabien.
Yeah. Right now, Texas game is just setting up in the key and stopping Canada. So the countdown is on.
4 seconds.
Canada calling timeout with 1 second left.
Now, did they get a new time on the clock when they call a timeout?
When you call a timeout and the clock is less than 15, you get a fresh 15.
All right. And to review with our audience, how many timeouts do you get per period?
Per period, it's not really per period, it's per game. There's 4 timeouts per team.
Okay.
So usually you're going to see most of them blown early because people want to avoid turnovers. So that's the only reason.
All right, we got a plus 15. Good chance, trying to go in there. Pass it to Crone. There you go.
That was Patrice Simard.
Oh, Samard?
Yeah.
All right, you're confusing me with all these 15 and all the numbers changing. So Crone's 12. Okay.
Jason Crone is number 12.
All right. Wow. Look at Shemakawa go. That was fast.
Yeah, those guys are just a bomb.
Yeah, you
And you'll
saw pure speed there.
Yeah, you'll see more contact between those guys, and they've got a little bit of a history together, and you'll see some interesting hits a little bit later on.
Now, how long has Fabian been playing?
Fabian's been around since at least 2001. Started off just trying to find his place in this game, and in 2003 he made the national team, and he's not looked back since.
Daniel Paradis, right?
Yep, Daniel Paradis from
goal.
Quebec City. Well, on this lineup for Canada, you got 3 players coming from Quebec City and Ian Chan from Vancouver, British Columbia.
Whoa! Fabian almost slipped over there, but Shinichi gets the goal.
Yeah. Norm Leduc made the play there, so that's why they're there. Beautiful play by Norm, just to help stop Fabian a little bit so Shinichi would have a clear track to the goal.
They seem to be playing point for point right now.
And it's Shinichi with another
one.
flag.
Yeah. Now that guy's either got bad tires or bad luck.
And Big Daddy's earning his keep here. 3rd flat already.
Yeah, you can't help but laugh. I mean, that's too many tires in the first period.
Yeah.
Now, how many tires does a team bring to a tournament?
Depends on the players. You'd hopefully have all the players bring at least a couple of spares, but fortunately here we've got Eagle Sports Chairs that's here to be able to replace those tires and fix those tubes if need be. But Texas is well equipped.
With Texas being one of the better teams in the country, they probably have a lot of support, a lot of sponsors or.
Well, it's going to be an interesting, for the USQA national champion, it's going to be very interesting to see who's going to pull on top. Lakeshore is playing brilliantly right now, but Texas is very strong. You got Portland also, is very strong.
Yeah, Portland's playing well. Wow, what a hit by Shinichi.
Canada now running their 3-5, 2.5 lineup.
Was that Garrett to say?
Yeah, Garrett Hickling, number 5. Tussail Wongkamdeng, number 2. So here on the floor, you've got a player from Quebec, Danielle Paradis. You've got 2 players from BC, Garrett Hickling and Tussail Wongkamdeng, and Dave Wilsey from Ontario.
Oh, that was kind of funny there.
So this was the main lineup for Canada when they won the World Championships in 2002. Penalty goal there. Garrett Hickling was out of bounds, and that's referee's discretion.
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure if Shinichi was over the line, but that didn't count, but it counted.
You see, that's the top of the 2 low pointers right now, tying up the main gun for Team Canada, which they did beautifully.
All right. Canada takes the lead. 10-9. Now, Leidig is a part of the USA team in 2008 and was part of it in 2004. What makes Leidig so spectacular? What are some of the strengths?
He just does everything so well. I mean, he's a complete package, and that's why he's there. And every year he just gets better and better. And phenomenal player.
tries to get in there. He got it in.
No problem for Mark.
Now these guys go up and down the field. It seems like, what, 60 times, 50 times in a game? I mean,
We've just started
incredible.
we've started to track a little bit of that, and you can see all around. There's also a lot of specialized software here. People are using specialized software to take consideration to turnovers, inbounds, different. Every team looks for their specific things. So this sport has become high tech.
Yeah, I mean, anything to get the advantage. You know, you got to know yourself better than the opponent knows you. That way you can have the advantage. Now, say it's a 2.0, getting it down to number 5, Garrett Eckling. And Garrett gets in there for the point. Canada continues to stay a point ahead of Texas. Texas is going to need a point and then a turnover.
It's a two-possession game now. Canada will have 14, 15 seconds turnover.
Wow!
Canada is surely going to go for last goal here. The object of last goal is try to score with as little time as possible to stop the other team from coming down the court and winning and scoring.
Yeah, because basically there's going to be no time left.
Absolutely.
You got to get across in 15 seconds, right? And here he comes, all right? Slow down, there we go.
You got down court, Scott Hogsett being picked by Danielle Paradis. And it's always good when you go against the key defense to try to eliminate one of the picking chairs. Because those chairs are very hard to get
10
off.
seconds. Garrett tries to get in there. Pass it. Oh! Canada couldn't do it.
Nope.
Texas has 3.2 seconds.
So that's very important for Texas. Because now they're going to start the ball. They're going to start the second quarter with the ball.
And they're just going to be content. Let the clock run out.
Yeah, golden opportunity for Canada there, but they couldn't convert.
Well, it was a great first period. Well, we're going to cut it for now. We'll be back with period 2 of Texas versus Canada. Stay tuned.